Hey Virgo, welcome to Breeze Tarot. Want to say thank you for your support. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to go ahead and get started with the reading today. Just want to remind everyone that this is a general reading. Not every Virgo is going to connect with the messages that are brought here today. If this message does not resonate with you, I highly suggest looking at your moon sign, sun sign, rising sign, maybe even your Venus sign, wherever there's a strong placement within you. Hey, Miko. I got a little puppy loving me today. Don't mind him. He just loves little Miko. Hey, little buddy. Hey, Miko. Hey, Miko. How you doing, little boy? All right, time to go down. Okay. So we will go ahead and continue. As I was mentioning,
You've done now, send him off. Go on.
Okay.
Come on. All
right. That's okay, because guess what? We're all humans, and I love fur babies. So, as I was saying, if this message does not resonate with you, make sure to watch a video with another connecting sign in your chart, and that may resonate with you. I'm going to go ahead and begin the reading. Also, want to remind you, and welcome cross-watchers. Want to remind you that energy is fluid. I think I said that. And yes, the roles can be reversed here. You may feel like I'm talking about someone in your life, a relationship directly connected with you rather than yourself, and that's perfectly fine. These messages can represent someone around you, a relationship. What you will know in your heart what it's referring to. Only you can decide that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and begin for my Virgos. All right. All right. Oh. Oh my goodness, you got a lot going on, Virgo. Dang. Okay. Whoa. All right. A lot of strong messages here. Overall energy is the 9 of Cups in reverse. So what that represents is not it when the card is upright, it represents being completely comfortable, being comfortable and content with the things you have, almost on that journey to full contentment, like not quite there yet, but having what we want. And when this is in reverse, there's something around you that's making you feel extremely uncomfortable. Something around you that makes you feel uneasy. You could be worried about something, or you could be concerned about a relationship in your life. A lack of trust is what I keep hearing here. Lack of trust. Really wanting to trust that person and be stable with them, but there's something there that's causing you to not give in there. So we'll go ahead and continue with the reading. The situation is the 7 of Cups. Many options here presented in front of you. And because it is crossed with the Page of Cups, I will clearly say that it is associated with love. Associated with love, or a pleasant surprise, or an offer, maybe even a gift. You could be deciding, I just don't know what to get this person for Christmas. I could pick this or that or this or that. That's a simple example for you to kind of visualize in your mind. But the Page of Cups, so you have the 7 of Cups representing many options. You could be confused. At the end of the day, you know that you have choices. You don't have to settle with one thing. You don't have to settle with something that you don't trust, because you have choices. You could be a very attractive person, Virgo. I mean, Virgos are notorious for being, great. So we're going to do the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups is what's crossed here in your situation, and that typically represents a love offer. Does not have to be associated with love, but because it is a Cups suit, it is most of the time associated with a love offer. It could also be a pleasant surprise. It could be that communication you've been waiting to hear. Could be that text message from someone you've been wanting to hear from. Something as simple as that. But you have a pleasant surprise on your mind. You want to hear that message, or maybe you want to give your love to someone and you can't decide how. And because you're struggling with the decision and the choices, it is keeping you up at night. Your focus is the Nine of Swords here, keeping you up at night, sleepless, not being able to sleep, feeling anxious and worried, just laying there, wanting to get rest. You could be exhausted. You could be laying in your bed at night, so tired. But for some reason, you just continuously keep worrying about the situation. You continuously worrying, what choice do I make? Do I trust this person? Can I move forward? And it's causing a lot of anxious and worrying for you. And it's a very heavy energy, one that nobody likes to be in. I call it yucky. I say yucky energy. And we will continue with the reading. In your recent past, we have the Judgment in reverse here. So what that represents is could be a mistruth. Not having the truth within you. It could also represent, I'm trying to think of the right word here because there's several words that I can use, but I don't want to. You know, when you're at the brink of coming to a realization or coming to that reckoning. That's the word, reckoning. Reckoning, reconciling, recognizing. There are lies, and this could be exactly why you're feeling that instability. This could be exactly why you're feeling that sense of not trusting someone, because there's been evidence, clear evidence in the past that has caused you to be weary of a particular person, a particular energy, a particular situation. And it is very clear that this energy has clouded you. And that could be why you're staying up at night. It could be why you don't want to make that final decision. But what's the present situation in your head? The Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a very youthful energy. And when I say youthful, I don't mean like childlike. I mean... think of when you were 16 years old and you got your first car, and how much you couldn't wait to get that driver's license. You couldn't wait to get behind the wheel and just see how fast you could get it to go past 100. That's the exact same energy. It's the exact same energy here. And you want forward movement. You want to have that passion. But as I mentioned before, there's a block here. You have that within you. You're ready to move forward. You have the options in front of you, but there's something here that's just really kind of stopping you from making that step into it. And that's perfectly fine. You should always contemplate before you make a final decision. You should always think about, how is this going to affect me? How is this going to contribute to my life? Will it be beneficial? Will it be something that I really love? Do I really love this person? Could she be the one? Could he be the one? Am I wasting my time? All these thoughts. In your future here, I do see releasing this negativity. It is the Devil in reverse. Strong Capricorn energy. So the Devil in reverse is the best way to see this card. Don't be weary of the devil. It's not a demonic energy. It represents... I want you to look at the card here. Yes, the devil is there, but there's two people, a man and a woman. They're there by their own free will. Yes, they are bound by chains, but if you look closely, the chain is loose around their neck. They could leave at any moment. They are there by their choice. They are there because it feels good. They are there because that materialistic thing could be money, could be an addiction, could be as simple as overindulging in things that we know aren't going to benefit us. But what I see here in the reverse is that you're going to release that energy. You're going to release that negativity. And I'm going to go ahead and clarify this card here. Tell me more about Virgo's future. Tell me more about Virgo's future here. All right. Okay. All right. Very interesting. It's almost like a story, the way these cards line up. So why do I want to release this negativity from my life? Why am I coming to this decision to release this, right? Because you feel left out. You feel left out in the cold. You feel rejected. You feel like that this person, this energy, this situation has left you out in the cold. And that could be exactly why you don't want to trust them. And why would you, right? Why would you want to trust someone that lies to you and leaves you out in the cold? And not only do they do that, you're not assuming that. You have cold, hard evidence here of these actions. And it has caused you to retreat. We have the Hermit card in reverse. The Virgo card, Hermit card, your own energy in reverse here. This rejection, this energy of this devil energy, this negative energy, you're retreating from that. You're going on your own self-isolation. Yes, those times may come across lonely, but what I will say, and I interpret this message differently based on what's already here, and because of what I see, I will say that this time of self-isolation was needed for you to remember who you are, what you deserve, what you believe, and how you're going to move forward. But I will warn you, don't stay on the island too long, because that island can get pretty lonely. But eventually here, because you are choosing to release this negative energy in your life, the future holds great recognition for you. The Six of Wands. Recognition for your hard work. Recognition for the things that you've done. Being appreciated. Feeling loved. Could be as simple as a promotion at work. Could be as simple as that conversation from someone you've been wanting to hear from. As simple as that. But ultimately, because you're choosing to release that negative energy in the past, who's lied to you, left you feeling rejected, because you offered your love, or they offered it to you. I see that here in the Page of Cups here. But they had many choices. And it could have left a rejection here. The energy that surrounds you, you may not know it, is the Eight of Wands in reverse. What the Eight of Wands represents when it is upright is rapid communication. You remember when I was talking about this energy here, about that very strong, passionate energy? Well, when we put that into action, it comes clear in clear communication. But what I'm seeing here with this card in reverse is you're struggling with how to tell this person how you feel. You're struggling to tell this person why it makes you upset. You're struggling to tell them why you feel rejected, because they probably have no idea. They probably have no idea that you feel this way. They could think everything's perfect, fine, and dandy. But in reality, you have something that you need to say. You have something that you want to say, and you haven't said it. And because you haven't said it, there's no action. The energy around you, within you, is the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Can represent... Three of Pentacles upright represents teamwork, working together, collaboration, building together. Not, oh, I got this, I don't need you type of energy. But that's what I see here in the reverse, is there's a clash here. Because this communication hasn't been given, the teamwork seems to be at a halt. Another scenario, you could be working with someone that isn't good for you. You could be working with someone that doesn't want to necessarily build with you, but take from you. We have always, now, I know in my life I've had people like that, and I'm sure that you have in your life as well. But one thing to remember is to choose to surround yourself with people that love you and support you and won't leave you out in the cold and won't make you feel like you're rejected and won't make you feel like you have to just put yourself on an island. All of these energies can be flipped with one thought, one action, one sentence, literally, boop, one sentence. This is how I feel. and then when you tell them, you see how these both are in reverse here? If you were to just tell them how you feel, the teamwork would be there once again. Be very clear on that. All right, so your hopes and fears of this situation. We'll definitely call this a hope because it is the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is a beautiful card. I would always want it in my reading, right? Because it represents that monetary gain, the legacy that you've left for your name, inheritance. Definitely good with your money. Could be doing really good at work. Could be finally seeing that reward. Could finally be being rewarded for that hard work you put in. You've been waiting for a while. And now you're hoping that you're going to receive that reward. Because we can talk about it all day like, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. But when we can feel it, when we can touch it, when we can see that bank account with the extra zero on the end, or we can see it in front of our eyes instead of just wondering, is it coming? Because that's what you're hoping for. You're hoping to see it. You're hoping to feel it and touch it and just be able to move forward and build and grow because you have a lot of love. And you're also very, very intellectual, very smart. And this time of self-isolation, you're going to find that answer that you want because you already know, Virgo. Most Virgos that I know personally are extremely introverted. And because you're introverts, how do we find that answer within ourselves? You have to seek it. We have to go for it. The final outcome here is the Tower in reverse. So, want to warn you, if you continue holding back what you have to say, this Tower moment is inevitable. Now, it's presented in your reading in reverse, but I just want you to view the imagery in this card. The Tower moment is inevitable. It doesn't have to mean your world crashing down. It could simply mean major changes in your life, changes that you cannot ignore because you've been ignoring them. You've been ignoring them for a while. You've been trying to just kind of go on day to day and not worry about it, but at the end of the day, that tower is going to come down. As no matter how much we try to avoid the conflict, no matter how much we try to avoid making someone mad or just saying the wrong thing, if that communication is not processed or not given, the tower will fall. And it is as simple as that. And I'm going to go ahead and clarify this tower moment here. I'm going to clarify the tower in reverse for my Virgos and tell you a little bit more. Explain a little bit more about it. Let's go for it. Very interesting. Okay. Like Cardi B would say. Wait, is that Cardi B? See, I'm getting old. All right, so the Tower in reverse, it's clarified with, you get the Queen of Wands, which represents a very strong and courageous energy. As I mentioned before, remember a few minutes back when I was talking about how excited you were and that excitement? This is taking that excitement, I mentioned before, a youthful energy. This is that same energy, but it's gone through the journey and graduated to be the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very courageous. The Queen of Wands is very brave. The Queen of Wands is an independent. The Queen of Wands has already been there and done that, and they know what it takes to get to the throne. They know what it takes to know their true worth, and they remember that their true self, their intuition, their intellectual guide, their moral compass is what got them there. And that energy radiates through you to the people around you, and that's why you're so attractive. Who wouldn't want to be drawn to an energy like that? Just drawn to something like that. So very strong and courageous energy here. And when I see these cards, I see two separate energies. We've got one person. We've got a strong, courageous one, ready to take on the world, that's already conquered half of it. And then you have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. For my personal clients, I always take this as a warning card. This could be for yourself. This could be for someone around you. As I mentioned before, roles can be reversed. Seven of Swords is an energy of a person who likes to have their cake and eat it too. If you look at him, he's taking what he wants, leaving a couple behind because he knows that door's going to be wide open, ready to receive them, no matter how much pain they've caused, no matter how much confusion or rejection. They know my Virgo's right there waiting on me. I ain't got to worry about it. They'll be there. But you're done with that. You're done with that. And you're ready to release that. Because I have the 9 of Wands here. With the 9 of Wands in reverse, it's taking that big wall that we build, especially when we feel hurt or mistrust in someone. We always build up a wall. I guess the hardest part is taking that wall down, meeting someone, getting to know them, and taking that wall down. And that's what this card represents, is taking that wall down. Taking that wall down, being able to show that person your true intentions. Show that person how you really feel, who you really are. Because a cycle is near completion. In tarot, the completion of a cycle is represented in the number 10. You have the number 9 here. And so you are at the end of a journey. You know that last stretch right before you... It's like that last thing you have to do before you finally get what you've been working so hard for. That's where you're at here. But I will tell you that this tower moment needs to happen for you to have that forward movement, for the cycle to end. That's why you're kind of at a standstill here, because you haven't reached the end of the cycle. It takes this tower moment for the cycle to end. Now, Virgo, I'm going to give you a couple oracle cards, if I can remember where I put it. They're there. Peekaboo. A couple oracle cards for you to close out the reading. And, oh shit. Don't judge me. Okay, Virgo. I love that card. I get it all the time. Alright. Alright, Virgo. We got some oracle messages for you. This one reads, life is art. Paint your dreams. Sing your songs and enjoy the dance. Very beautiful imagery on this card. A pleasant message. Yes, life is art. Let's just throw some paint on the wall. And this one is probably going to be what resonates with you the most. Sometimes the strongest people in the morning are the people who cried all night. And isn't that the truth? Because you know you are strong, Virgo. You know who you are. You know what you deserve. And it certainly isn't this negative energy. It certainly isn't the lies surrounded with you. And just my advice, say what you need to say. Don't hold it back anymore. Tell them how you feel. Because the worst thing that's going to happen, I mean, you've already felt rejected in the past. That could be the worst thing. But the best thing, they'll know how you feel. Virgo, I hope this message resonated with you. I hope it helped you. I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, all that good stuff. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment. And we'll see you next time.
Oh my God.